hyperextension of the great toe. So the tarsal metatarsal or the tarsalophalangeal joint gets hyperextended, okay? And so what we want to do is we want to limit that range of motion of hyperextension, okay? And so we're going to limit them from going that far, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her in dorsiflexion the whole time. You're going to keep your foot in dorsiflexion, okay? So the first thing I do is I need to apply a couple anchors, all right? I believe this is how they teach it in the book too. So when you lay tape, especially around the toes, you want to just lay it on there. You don't want to put any tension on it because you'll cut off circulation, okay? And then I'm applying another anchor right about midfoot. Again, just like the arch tape, we don't really want to go all the way around. Don't want to constrict that foot, okay?
Mid-arch.
Mm-hmm. So what you're going to do is basically you're just going to connect the anchors together with tape, all right? So we'll do one there. So while she's in dorsiflexion, okay, I want to try and keep this toe down a little bit, okay? So I'm just going to try and connect these anchors. Just a few strips. Come up to the side a little bit. Okay? 3 and 4 strips, okay? Now, again, I'm just laying it on there when I go around the toe. So this is the way to get it to come down a little bit. The reason we want to tape it in more of a flex position is so it's limiting her hyperextension or her extension, okay? So I just want to round her foot, and now I'm going to come around like that, okay? So I'm just lightly laying it on the toe. And then just putting just the slightest amount of tension on it just to get that toe to come in a little bit of flexion, okay? So we'll do about 3 of these strips, fanning them out a little bit. And again, attaching on that anchor. Alright? And that's your turf toe tape. So if you look now, you can see how she is just in the slightest bit of flexion with that big toe. So everyone kind of see how our other toes are up here, and this one's just in a slight bit of flexion. But look at how far that toe goes. Okay? Will you take off your other shoe and sock real quick? Sure. I know I told you only one, but
forgive you.
Okay. So look at this toe. Look at this toe. Does everyone see how that limits that hyperextension of the big toe?
Mm-hmm.
Cleef, you struggling there?
Yeah, it went back. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to limit the hyperextension. Okay? Because that's what's injured. Basically, that joint right there, there's joint capsules, all this fun stuff there. Basically, that's all injured. And so every time that she would step or run, especially on turf, because turf is a little bit flatter and doesn't have as much give, she goes into that hyperextension and basically just stresses that every time. So we're trying to limit that. Okay? So the last thing you can do is you can take this one piece of tape just across the top, kind of like we did the arch tape, to hold everything down nice and neat. Okay? Hold all those loose ends down. You can also take the black stretchy tape that we had, wrap it around just to close it all up. It all depends on what kind of support they need, but that's not giving much support, that's just to close it up. Okay? Questions?